Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We're going to get straight into it because there's so much to talk about, but we just had this, right? This is a package that was played on RAW Talk. You can see Nikki at the start there, right? So we've got Nikki. We kind of go through the different family members, but for some reason there's no sign of Uncle Howdy, right? So Gacy, there of course is Rowan. I think it's really interesting how Rowan removes Dexter Lumis's mask here. Like, Lumis could have done it himself, but he doesn't. Check this.
Before the family, it was dark. No sound. I took you. Then I took you again. To give the gift that was given to me. To help. I hurt you. I hurt you.
What? Oh, mate. Dexter Lumis speaks. It is so rare to hear Dexter Lumis speaking. And obviously so much to unpack there. It feels like a message to The Miz, but maybe it's a message to Karrion Kross, because it's clearly Karrion Kross that's pulling the strings. I first interpreted that as a message for The Miz because we haven't really seen any interaction between Dexter and Karrion, but Bruno makes an excellent point here. He said there is a personal reason for Karrion Kross to choose this match. In this video that was posted on his social media a few weeks ago, he talks about his old friend Dexter and how much he's changed to the point where Karrion feels like he's lost a friend. So could there actually be more at play here than what we think or what we've seen? We have not explored Dexter's relationship with Karrion. We know that Dexter and The Miz crossed paths before. Basically, The Miz tried to build some sympathy up for himself. And so what he did was he hired Dexter to try and abduct him, right? And he dragged him through the crowds and kidnapped him, and everyone was worried, right? Not really, but he was hoping people would be worried. And then it was revealed that he had actually paid Dexter to do that, and it was Johnny Gargano that revealed all of that. So we did this whole Johnny Dexter Miz sort of feud, with Johnny being on Dexter's side. And so that was before the whole Wyatt Sicks thing. So we have got a backstory between Miz and Dexter. Their paths have crossed before. I don't believe Dexter and Karrion have crossed before, but maybe they did down in NXT when they were both down in NXT. But there is a bit of a backstory here that we've looked at previously on Unseen. So he talks about how Dexter used to talk all the time, but then he stopped talking because he didn't feel like anyone was really listening to him. It's a really interesting promo, actually. I don't want to revisit it again now, but yeah, we actually got to hear from Dexter. Should we listen to him again? Maybe, you know, we can try and figure out, is he talking to The Miz or is he talking to Dexter? It only goes for like 20 odd seconds. Let's listen again.
Before the family, it was dark. No sound. I took you.
I took you.
Then I took you again.
I took you again. I think it's The Miz.
To give the gift that was given to me. To help.
To help.
I hurt you.
But I hurt you.
I hurt you.
Look at the laughter. Hey. I took you again. I wonder if that's when he was kidnapping The Miz. We just don't know enough of his relationship with Karrion to know if it could be a reference there. So I'm thinking Miz. It could be something to do with Karrion. Very interesting. So we got that on RAW Talk. If you watched RAW, you won't have seen that clip. Right, let's go down to the start of this is the Wyatt's folder, right? And then we'll go into the Raw folder. So WWE tweeted this, remembering Jon Huber, known to fans as Luke Harper, today on his birthday. Loads of people have tweeted about his birthday. I didn't want to just flood this full of messages to do with Jon Huber, but WWE recognised it. I thought it was right that we did the same. So, little fuego, thank you. And look, this from Rowan. So actually, if we click on this, we can go over and actually see, let's go full screen. So someone got me talking last week about the story behind this photo shoot. So I thought I would share on what would have been Jon's 45th birthday. We were doing a photo shoot for the Survivor Series in 2013 at the Gator Zoo in Hollywood, Florida. So that's interesting. That's where this was taken. They wired the mouths of the gators shut, and we held them over our shoulders. They altered the image in post so that the gators' mouths appeared open. When we were originally handed the gators, we held them up, and immediately Jon got upset and ribbed me that I had the bigger gator. I happily gave him the larger beast. Immediately I saw the regret in his eyes as he struggled to hold it up. But ever the sport, he no-sold it in every way, except he was sweating profusely and his eyes showed extreme strain. I tried to hold in my laughter, but I could not. Then his gator started to sway and move violently, and he called immediately to the handlers. As the handlers helped to get the gator off of his shoulders, I was now in a deep chuckle, completely beyond myself. But then my gator started to violently shake and move. God, this is an amazing story. Only problem was that the handlers were tending to Jon's gator. My laugh quickly subsided, and I did the only thing I could to calm the gator. I quickly leaned back to the wooden wall behind me, pinning the gator on the wood building behind me, scared out of my mind, and calmly said, "As soon as you're done helping him, can you please get this thing off of me?" Jon's face of terror quickly turned to laughter at my misfortune. I love you, brother. Oh, mate, that was so worth it. Yeah, I mean, look, this person here is like, I don't usually read really long posts, but this one was different, big brother. R.I.P. Jon. It was amazing. What an amazing little story that is. Brilliant. So you'll never be able to see this poster or photo really again, will you, in the same way, knowing they had such trouble with these gators. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. So there we go. We had that in there. Joe Gacy posting a picture of Jon Huber, Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you. Jason Baker posting one saying, Brody Lee, miss you every day. So Kapata, thank you. Yeah, so the whole world song was played. He's got the whole world in his hands. It was played during a commercial break at Saturday night's main event. Now, this is how we started the Nightbird campaign. It's also how we started White Rabbit, by having a song playing in the arena during a commercial break. Some people are wondering, is this going to lead to the return of Uncle Howdy? Could it be that we don't see Howdy for a little while and then he comes back slightly changed, slightly altered, a bit more vicious after what just went down? Or is it leading to the reveal of the first Hall of Fame inductee? And could it be that this is the year, or 2025 is the year, that Bray Wyatt goes into the Hall of Fame? They normally do the headliner first. If Bray's going in, he's the headliner. So, yeah, interesting that they're doing this. Could be summer, could be nothing, but this is how White Rabbit started. This is how Nightbird started. Something to be aware of. Yeah, we also in here got an image of Uncle Howdy. This is that video where they did the Raw logo launch. We looked at that previous because it was all over the Mattel action figure packaging. So not a big surprise. The only thing is he keeps talking about it being rebellious, and I just can't let it go because I don't see anything rebellious about this new Raw logo, but we'll get to it. But in here was some footage of Superstars. One of the Superstars was Uncle Howdy. So does that confirm that they're going to keep the Wyatt Sicks on Raw? Or is it that they're just using like some of the top stars? Not sure. But this is the video where Triple H reveals the new Raw logo. Yeah, Paul Ellerin's beard look was like braided, which was a very different look for him, wasn't it? Very different look. And we did get a graphic, but I can't find that graphic, to be honest, of Dexter Lumis, Miz, next week on Raw. So we did get that graphic confirming that we are getting that match. So Dexter Lumis to compete in first singles match in over 500 days. So he is taking on The Miz next week. Brady, shout out to you. We saw all the members except Uncle Howdy, says BWF. And then, of course, we've just looked at all of that. So that's the Wyatt's folder. We'll go into the Raw folder. We know that Karrion, and it should be in here, Karrion said to The Miz about... There we go. Karrion said to The Miz about challenging Dexter. And it was a fun little segment. But let's take a bit of a walk, shall we? Cal, shout out to you. So tonight will be a double taping of Raw so that the talent can get an extended break to spend with their families for the holidays. In here as well, we know that January 6th, we're going to get Tribal Combat, Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa. But I wanted to show this and have this in there because I don't know if people know that this match is happening. It only got made the other day. Of course, another match was added tonight. That is Seth Rollins against CM Punk. That's also going to be on January 6th. I'm surprised they haven't announced Rhea Liv yet. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. But this is on that show. So is CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Shout out to King James, right? Because King James was outside Boston, right? And showed me this. Now, I didn't know what this was. I thought this was just a truck that transported the lights. But actually, when you watched Raw tonight, there was like a truck that allowed you to do your own entrances. And it seems like this is a truck that's going to go around with Raw and maybe SmackDown. Probably more Raw. It's all Raw branded, so maybe only Raw. And is going to allow people that are at the shows to do their own entrances outside. So that'll be all over social media, won't it? Like people will be able to come walking down this kind of fake ramp with the lights going and a little Titantron behind, and you'll be able to do your own entrance. And they did kind of show it tonight on the show. I mean, here, look, you can see this truck and it's Netflix branded. And that's where you go up to go into it. So, yeah, I saw this. So, a big shout out to King James, who tagged me in this well before Raw started. I'd never seen it, didn't know what it was, but I think we got a bit of an answer on it, to be honest. Drew McIntyre was trying to cook Seth Rollins, then Sami Zayn saved him. Wow, Sami Zayn might have come to Seth Rollins' aid, but I think he just wanted to get to Drew more. This was a pretty fun moment backstage. Sami and Drew going at it. Really enjoyed it. Here's that thing, look. Triple H said, we know all about entrances. Let's see yours. Come into an arena near you. So this is that truck. So here that you can see, entrance smoke. Here we've got people doing that little walk. This is that truck that we were just looking at. There's another fan doing theirs. There's a kid doing theirs. There's the New Day. They were on the truck. There was Dom and Liv. Got another fan doing their entrance as well. I do like his off-white jumper. I do not follow fashion, but I was watching a show the other day and they were saying that apparently this year, the most fashionable thing is off-white. So not white, but just something that's a bit off, like a slightly cream in colour or something like that. So his jumper is black and grey and it says off-white. So that jumped out at me as being like kind of on trend in a way at the moment. So that's kind of fun. I know all about fashion, guys. Get with it. The Miz says after beating the Wyatt Sicks that he and the Final Testament should go their separate ways. Karrion disagrees, saying that this is done when he says it's done, making a match between Miz and Dexter Lumis next week. So he really wanted to go. He is still not letting him. He said, I've saved you twice. You owe us. And so he was like, I'll get the match made. And then, of course, we heard the response on Raw Talk from the Wyatt Sicks. Yeah, this was really fun. The impression of Seth. That was CM Punk's impression at the start. So Metal Mama, shout out to you. Cubs fan saying there is a 6 that you can see in the background during Miz and Final Testament. I don't know if it's something. I don't know if it's nothing. I really don't know. I mean, is it interesting it's the number 6? Sure. But I'm certainly not going to read too much into it. The number 6 popping up, you know. So we've seen this before. I think there was a 6 that popped up on the kickoff show for Money in the Bank. And people were like, it wasn't like that. It was a big 6 that was painted on the wall, but you could tell it was part of the arena. And I remember people saying then, oh my God, 6, did you see the 6? So could be something, could be nothing, just something to be aware of. This match is going to happen on January 6th. So this was the start of the night with CM Punk and Seth brawling in the crowds. So really fun. Really fun. Great way to start the show. It isn't over till Kross says it's over. I really like this backstage thing between Drew and Seth. You know, Drew's like, listen, we've both got issues with Roman Reigns, but we know that he hasn't changed. So the problems also include Jay, Jimmy, Sami. Like, he didn't say Solo, though. I don't know why he's not mentioning Solo. Everyone keeps pointing it out. His biggest problem should be with Solo, because Solo cost him at Clash at the Castle. So why does he not seemingly have an issue with Solo? But Seth was like, listen, we brought Roman down at WrestleMania, and you know who was by my side during that? Jay, Sami. They have my respect. You, the jury's out. He's like, yeah, just because we both don't like Roman doesn't mean that we are friends. I thought this was a really interesting backstage segment. I really liked it. If you don't mind, I've got to go and do something you couldn't, and that's end CM Punk. Oh, mate, so good. Prayers for Raquel's leg. So, boom! Oh. Do you know what? That probably really did hurt. And not only that, on the outside of the ring, just after, she kind of collided into the edge of the ring and she went down. She was really selling her knee. It might only be selling, but if news comes out she's actually done some damage to her knee, I can't say I would be massively shocked. Because, yeah, her knee took some serious punishment in this match. I thought this match was pretty good. I thought Caden showed out really well. Obviously, shock win. Shock win. It's Zoe that gets the victory. I really thought they would go with Raquel. I didn't think Caden had any chance, but I really thought they would go with Raquel. But they went with Zoe. First match of the night, though, of course, was this guy taking on Ludwig, and it had about 18 minutes. Like, they gave it a lot of time. We had an opening promo. We had a little backstage Judgment Day moment. We had this match. We had a million adverts, and we were about 50 minutes into the show by that point. It was a really weird first hour. Like, they really gave this time to cook. I don't know that it got to the heights they were hoping for. I think they were hoping for like a really special match. We're going to give you 2 time to show us and show the universe what you can do. You lot on our live stream watch along scored it good, 97%. So you wasn't that impressed. But he retains his Intercontinental Championship, and he would talk on Raw Talk after, saying that next year is going to be his year. Zoe Stark, as we said, won, and she advanced in the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. And then this moment was massive. New Day told they are not allowed in the changing room. It's probably best you change somewhere else. And they were like, but you're a locker room leader. Can't you sort this, Ray? And Ray's like, listen, there's a lot of people in there that think you've really crossed the line. So, yeah, there we go. Really good. Really interesting. One of the big talking points on social media. Chad Gable gets back in the face of Alpha Academy, calling them pathetic for what they did to the American Maids, or what they did to the Academy. Otis finally snaps, telling Gable to shut up, before Gable said he will kill his baby, starting with Tozawa. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe we're revisiting this. The whole reason why the Wyatt Sicks got involved was because, you know, he was being disrespectful to these guys. The Wyatt Sicks should have put an end to this. The fact that he is now going back to this is frustrating, to be honest. I think this whole story's been really mismanaged, really botched. I'm a bit frustrated we're going back to it, but I don't know. If you ignore where we've been and just focus on this as a feud now, it could be really good. It could be great for building up Otis. But yeah, a bit frustrating. This story, very stop-start. 45 million views. I mean, if you want to know why they did it after Saturday night's main event, they wanted these sweet, sweet views, and they got 45 million of them. So let them fight, says Sportskeeda. I think it is building to that. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Adam Pearce announced it January 6th. That on Netflix. We got this as well. It's only 11 seconds long, but this was a major talking point, right? Major talking point. So we've got this circle, and we've got a line going through it. Now, that is a 0. A circle with the line through is a 0. So Penta's catchphrase is 0 miedo, right? And so everyone is thinking this is Penta. I'm thinking it's Penta. A lot of people are thinking it's Penta. It's Penta. So I'm fairly confident that Penta is on the way. We had something similar like this before. And again, a lot of people were thinking it might be the Lucha Bros. It could be the War Raiders. Turned out to be the War Raiders. This time, I feel like the majority are saying this is going to be Penta. And yeah, January 6th could be the landing point for him. Obviously, he's joining us from AEW. When he was on TV consistently, they were getting 800,000, 900,000. So I think putting him straight onto Raw is okay. It's not what I would do, but I would, you know, give him a little run in NXT for like 6 months. I think it helps their ratings. I think we can just flesh out his character, sort out the presentation, fix any little issues, set the expectations. I think, you know, he doesn't need to learn how to wrestle, but you can just do a couple of bits and bobs with him for 6 months, and it helps the NXT ratings. But yeah, it looks like he's going to go straight to the main roster, so we're thinking that's Penta. How do you make someone really annoying even more annoying? Well, there we go. Liv has now got a megaphone. Right, boom, she is injured. She got murked by Pure Fusion Collective. Word on the street is she is looking like she's going to be out of this tournament. Don't know why. Don't know if it's just story or if she's got an injury and we're having to try and cover it, but it looks like she's going to be out. And Pure Fusion Collective were joking during Raw Talk that means there's a space in the tournament, and so they're kind of interested in maybe filling that space, but the streets are saying this is going to go a different direction. WWE Creative Humor said, honestly, who amongst us isn't a chicken tender? Beep. That's a line that, of course, was used tonight on Raw by Rhea towards Dominic. The Wyatt door poster is behind Jackie Redmond when she started talking to the New Day. Well spotted, Cubs fan. Very good. I don't think it means anything. I think it's just always there. I mean, obviously, we didn't get a door on this week's show. Maybe it shows up next week. We know that next week's show, of course, is being taped. Rhea Ripley interrupted Liv Morgan. She announced that she is next in line for a shot at the Women's World Championship. Here we go. Iyo Sky is going to replace Kairi Sane in the IC tournament. Now, I don't know how concrete that is. I don't know where this has come from. This is 4 hours ago, so this is before next week's show has been taped. This is before the taping, right? So this isn't a spoiler in that regard of this is what's happened. This was doing the rounds before Raw tonight even started, right? So I saw this doing the rounds, and then of course we found out on the show that Kairi's been injured. So looking like they're just going to go with a different damage control member. If that is where this goes, what does that mean for her? Iyo is a big star. She just had a title opportunity. So that cannot be great news for Natalya, can it? So I am now extra worried here. I am now extra worried for Natalya. Gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, main event, of course. Damian couldn't be bothered to take his coat off. Thought he'd keep it on. And grabbed the chair, stopped Finn from using it. And as a result, and new champions, the War Raiders, beat Finn and JD to become the new tag team champs. I tell you what, I can't wait to see what Liv says to Finn. Because Finn, knows best, doesn't he? If we follow Finn, we win type situation. Not so much. Zoe deserves the spotlight of the tournament, said Wrestle Night. So Dakota's through. Zoe is through. Lyra is through. Come on, Natalya! Come on, Natalya! This is hard, man. She's going to have to get past, apparently, Iyo. Then she's going to have to get past Lyra. Then she's going to have to face one of these boomers in the final. So, mate, if Natalya's going to do it, they could not have made it much harder. Only if she had to get past Bayley, Charlotte, and flipping Becky would it be harder than the run she's got here. Iyo, Lyra, and then maybe Dakota in the final. Plenty of people are hoping it's going to be Dakota, so yeah, spicy. Here we go. Trenton said, it's Penta. It's Penta. Zero miedo. So there we go. There's a picture of them with Triple H, Triple Boomer backstage, the new champs. And for those that don't know what Penta looks like, there is him saying the zero miedo thing. So Summer said, holy shiz, it's actually happening. People are getting super excited. That's what he looks like if you've never seen him before. And this was one of the most beautiful and real backstage promos ever. Hey, look, there's Howdy. Oh my God, there's the Wyatt Sicks in the background. Is that a clue? Could they be coming for these tag titles? Is that an Easter egg? There was another one as well. When Adam Pearce did his announcement of Seth versus CM Punk, The Rock was on the truck behind him. So was Charlotte. And we know that both of them are coming in soon. Both are expected to be on that first Raw on Netflix. So I do always wonder if they look at those trucks and think, should we do it in front of that? Should we do it in front of this? Don't know. But it is very interesting. The Wyatt Sicks are in the background of these boomers, and that boomer's crying. Look, crying boomer.
Years.
Let's turn it up.
Where both of us were told more than once we'd never wrestle again. We might never walk again. I might not be able to hold my sons. Through all that, we're still here. Through all that, we have these. I don't think there's anything that I could ever say to encapsulate what that means to us as performers, as professionals, or as people.
That feels really real, doesn't it? As performers, he is trying to say there, this means everything to us, and I'm not just talking about our characters, like as performers, as people. We've been told we might not walk again at times. We've both been told our career should be over. I'm so pleased for them. You deserve it. Right, we've got a top story situation. Look at this boomer. Real, rebellious, raw. It is official. Should we have a look at it? Oh, I'll skip it. I'm bored already. Just show it. There it is. There's a boomer. There's another boomer. There's another boomer. Liv boomer. So that's the new logo. This is all over figures. These figures. So they're in the shops right now. You've got this logo on. And it's been on the packaging. We've seen it on battle packs, but I can't down there, but it's a bit hidden. The ones where you get 2 wrestlers in. It's in the corner. So we saw this weeks ago. So just confirmation, really, that it is that. That is the one they're going for. But as I said, I don't know what's meant to be rebellious about it. But whatever. It's fine. I don't hate it. I think it's fine. It's fine. I think it's good. I don't hate it. I don't love it. You know? But it's all right. It's fine. I don't have any emotional connection with it. But it is absolutely fine. I can't say it's fine enough. But what we've had all day are superstars putting out their own little videos, right? So here's LA Knight. Yeah. He's put one out, coming soon to Netflix. There's the logo. Alec K, thank you. Here's Damian Priest. Here is Solo and Jacob. Here is Roman Reigns, the OTC. Here is Seth Rollins. Here is Tamatonga. Yeah. Here is Bailey. Here is A-Town Down Under. The reason I'm showing you those, I'm not playing them all, but the reason I'm showing you is I don't know if this is an indicator of the roster for Raw or if they've just got superstars putting messages out. Maybe you just get every superstar putting the message out, you know? So it could be that it's everyone that's doing it, or is it just certain stars that are going to be moving over to Raw Netflix? You know? I don't know. But that's our top story. That is the new... Where is it? That is the new Raw logo for Netflix. Right, lovely. So we've done that. We need to go to WWE. So Kevin putting this picture out 10 hours ago, Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and now himself, of course. He doesn't really have that belt, or he should not have that belt. So, you know, these were rightful holders, winners. He's a loser. Here, Becky Lynch has been cast in the first season of Star Trek Starfleet Academy. It's going to premiere on Paramount late 2025, early 2026. To be honest, she's been off probably filming this. I do remember seeing an interview with her where she said she's been working on a project, but she can't talk about it right now. This would be that project. So I don't know if they've done all the filming of her parts, or if she's going to have to go away for a bit after WrestleMania to do some bits, or what's happening. But yeah, big, really big to be involved in a Star Trek show. Really big. So very pleased for her. Cody, Kofi Kingston says karma. So Lynette, thank you. Here's Cody. He says you should be ashamed of yourselves. And Kofi's took this moment and he said karma. Because we all saw what happened to Cody after Saturday night's main event. Okay, let's go to community. So, Tony, thank you, my friend. Barry is enjoying the goat. That looks great, actually, with the Christmas tree in as well. Looks great. Barry, shout out to you. Metal Mama, shout out to you. 10 hours ago, having an MRI. I'm trying to stay calm and cool, but my heart is racing. Well, Metal Mama, shout out to you. I know Metal Mama was in our live stream watch along, so know that everything went okay, or certainly got through this process. 10 years and 100 scans later, you would think it would get easier, but no, I still get anxious, but shake it off. You've got this, and you do have this. So Metal Mama, shout out to you, my friends. TJF, congratulations. 2 legends in one day, getting a follow from Nikita Lyons. I mean, I don't know what 2 legends you're speaking of, but I could guess. And Mayor Pete, shout out to you. I saw Mayor Pete actually a couple of times during Raw, certainly when we had Seth and Punk fighting. Mayor Pete was right there. Back again for a double taping. Same spots. Boomers have got to be up close. Mayor Pete, shout out to you, my friends. And congrats, because I saw you in images and on TV and everything, so fantastic. Word of Wrestling, congrats, my friend. Ivar liked 2 of Word of Wrestling's posts. And TJF said, I'm over the moon. The legend Jason Baker has followed me back. Look at that. Getting a follow from Jason Baker. And this was in a folder for yesterday's Unseen, but for some reason we never got to it. Look at that. Mask that was spotted by TJF. A Rhea Ripley mask. You know, the one that she had made for Survivor Series, I think it was. Well, some kid in the crowd, I think it's a kid, she might be 35, I'm not sure. She has got her own, and that was spotted by TJF. He tagged myself in it and Jason Baker in it, and got a reward for it. So, much deserved. Very, very good. Very, very cool. Let's have a look at fun, shall we? There are people saying, did WWE buy these in bulk? I've also seen other people saying, why is she copying Liv? There will be some fallout for this. You know how women don't like being copied, right? Great picture, by the way. Lyra, looking stunning as always. Rhea, looking stunning as always. Liv, looking fine. So, there we go. She's a heel. Yeah, we're not meant to give her compliments. She's a heel. But, yeah, questions need to be asked. She's wearing that top. She's wearing that top. She's wearing that top. Did WWE buy these in bulk? Who wore it better? Me. Little Fuego. Okay, I never saw this. This man Ludwig is hilarious for this. What we got? In the corner. Charges over. Grabs the leg. No. Boom. Throws in a slap. Yeah, that was all right. That was all right. I didn't love it. Boom. There we go. Fades. Someone help Carlito unlock his character. So he's trying to get his character, but I think he's like a downloadable character. So he just cannot unlock Carlito in the game. So apparently that was playing out in the background. He keeps trying to do that. Oh my God, mate. Look at this. This baby is just happy to be there. Little Fuego. This is, look, oh my God. Look at this. This is all of us when we tune into Raw. We're so full of hope and optimism. Most of the time we don't end that satisfied, but, you know, look, oh my God. That was me at the start of Saturday night's main event where I'm seeing all this retro goodness. Oh, mate, this picture's so good. This picture's so good. Find someone that loves you or looks at you the way that baby looks at Seth Rollins. So good. Little Fuego again. I haven't seen this. The New Day is cooking everyone's shoes.
Is it Boston a sports town? Y'all don't care about how your feet look? What are y'all doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Did anybody else come out here to see you? Did anybody else come out here to see you? The answer is no.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Wow.
Do you know what happened? You know what happened to Cody Rhodes? What happened? He talked trash about us. Last week, he talked about, oh, you should be ashamed of yourself. The very next week, now he's having cervical issues.
Oh,
wait. Oh, what, you want him to buy?
wait, you know what? That's a really nice U.S. title that you bought.
Yeah, that's so
Congratulations.
Where's yours? Where's your title?
Where's your
Hall of Fame
title?
career is all around here. Congratulations.
Oh, you broke our hearts out there. How can you say that stuff to E? Oh, you broke our hearts. We just want to be lied to. We get mad when people tell us the truth. Oh, you broke our hearts.
So what? It's so funny. I'm telling the truth is not okay anymore.
2024, you don't want to hear the truth. That's okay.
Mate. I didn't know we were going to stick for the whole minute, but we did, and it was awesome. Oh, this is so good. We looked at this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Never carry me like that.
Never carry me like that. Mate, He's wilding. We would all love to be carried like that by Rhea Ripley. What's the dude on about? Liv Morgan said, my cookie is not for you. I'm sorry. Rhea said, I normally have to tell people to go and touch grass. But you need to touch a little less, my dude. Do you remember she got arrested? Do you remember that? For having cannabis. Cannabis. Mummy is an artistic genius. Let's have a look at this.
So, my Secret Santa this year was the one and only, and I'm gonna let her come here. Me! And so she bought me a present. Well, she didn't buy it for me.
I bought it, but I half-made it as well, so I really hope you like it. It's more sentimental than anything that I could find.
Oh, you made it. It's not a dead squirrel. That's a good thing.
It's not a dead squirrel. It's not a sacrifice.
So I'm going to let you lift the lid off. You made this. This is so... Listen, handmade stuff is everything to me.
So what it is I know that, like, bag charms have been, like, a huge in thing lately. So
Oh my goodness!
I put like a few things together. I researched, I don't know if you can see it in the thing, but I researched what...
This is one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten. It's like a little kitty box.
So it's actually the same color as two paws. And I put a little thing...
Okay, so guys, she put two paws. Let's find them.
So this is his paw pretty much, the same color. And then on here, it's got a little love heart with a little two paws on there.
That is the cutest little...
And then I made this. So this is like a little locket thing. It's got wings.
Oh my goodness.
When you open it, you can add more photos, but I put two in there already.
Oh my...
So I put
Oh my
two
gosh,
paws.
TJ, you're going to flip out when you see this. This is insane. Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Mate, she put more thought into that than I've ever put into any present I've ever bought or received. That and it does this, and it's the same guy, and it does this, and I've put pictures in. Jeez. I tell you what, TJ will be watching that going, oh, thanks, Rhea. Also bought with some other mitts. Thomas Scott, shout out to you. Matt Cardona said, it's official. I'm now one half of the WWE Women's United States Champion. There they are at Disney. There they are at Disney. Although I don't quite recognise it, because that doesn't really look like the castle. Have they changed it or something? Looks like Russia. Have they gone to Russia? Do they think that that's Disney? Oh dear, imagine that. Imagine if they were in Russia. Hope they're okay. Right, CM Punk putting this out someday, and that day may never come, but I will call upon you to do a service for me. So, Christopher, shout out to you. It looks like Punk just keeping that reminder out there. Jason Baker said, Dear Santa and or Krampus, all I want for Christmas is Corey and Jesse Ventura to commentate one PLE together. The shade those two would throw together could blot out the sun. TJF said that would be an awesome idea. So there we go. This video, actually, I think we did really, really well. I was really worried this video was going to go way over, but I think we did really well. So Metal Mama, shout out to you. Metal Forever, congrats. Actually at the show, this should have been in the community folder. Apologies, but congrats, my friends. Looks like you had a great view. It's Kaz. Shout out to you. Milo, thank you, my friend. Tribal Reigns, thank you. Brian, thank you. Wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. Big Bam, thank you, my friend. Sweet Chin Wrestling, thank you. Kelly the Wise Lady, thank you. Word of Wrestling, appreciate it. Metal Mama, Brittany, thank you. Raymond, thank you, my friend. Jeremy, thank you, my friend. Jangtae Sang, as always, appreciated. And Emmanuel, thank you, buds. Wrestling's biggest fan, shout out to you. Shout out to everyone that watches and enjoys Unseen. I make these for you, my friends, and also for myself, and also to keep the lights on. So thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.